I'm not comfortable wearing that. And I said, that's okay. We'll find somebody who will. Lost that shoot and then lost my tour. That's when I really started understanding this sexual quid pro quo system that happens in Hollywood, which I don't think is a secret across America. And then you would see girls, do certain things, engage in certain behaviors, go to the parties, hang out with the older men, and they would suddenly get these massive tours. They would suddenly get these massive magazine covers. I just wasn't comfortable moving forward with that as the status quo. I could just make money writing for other artists. And so I would write for a lot of up-and-coming Disney, Nickelodeon stars, and that was way worse because I was forced to sign NDAs to not disclose certain things that I saw and experienced. And that's really when I started recognizing the exploitation industry as a whole. I have 3 kids, and they are my whole world, and they offer me fulfillment that no Grammy, no paycheck could ever give me. I remember when I was looking at my daughter and thinking about...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to stream/game number 2 of the RFL Legends Dynasty for the day of July 26, 2025. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We just eclipsed 1,000 subscribers, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. We got tons of more streams coming right now. I think, Caleb, if you're here, correct me if I'm wrong, we're averaging about 2 per day at this point. We are in week 1. This is probably going to be the final game of week 1 before we advance to week number 2. I know we've got Montana State and UT Arlington playing Monday night. I don't know if we're going to have any games tomorrow. Kind of just got to check the schedule. So be sure to, again, hit that subscribe button and then join the Discord as well if you want to kind of hang out with all of us. Get to know us a little bit, as it looks like young Prodigy might be taking a delay of game here to start the game. Hopefully Nitro will decline it. Be a good sport. That's what this game is about. Please decline that. Thank you. That's what Legends is all about, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're new here, we are 16 teams, 16 team builder teams. Everyone is starting with the worst roster we possibly can, and we're going to build our way up. So this is Coach Nitro with Abilene Christian, currently on defense. RFL veteran, RFL Legends veteran, played in the Legends Dynasty last year as Ferris State, taking over for Wad when he got fired after season 2. Then on the other side, Southern University, Coach Prodigy, coming in from the Gladiators Dynasty, and that's not the start he wanted. The first play of the game is a fumble going to Abilene Christian. Now, of course, Southern is probably going to challenge that. Rightfully so. I don't know if he's down or not. That's going to be a tough one. But regardless, Coach Prodigy making his RFL Legends debut. Put up some pretty good fights last year in the Gladiators Dynasty. And a perfect start here as he picks up 5 yards and does retain possession after a would-be fumble. And Abilene Christian would have got the ball at about the 30-yard line. So Southern, 2nd and 5, their second play of the game, coming out. And 10 personnel, 3 wide receivers. Bowden back to pass, under a little pressure, throwing a screen. Ball falls incomplete, had 2 men in his face. And we have our first knockdown of the game. I do not have the ticker. I haven't necessarily been home all day. And Caleb was supposed to get it set up, but he couldn't get on my computer. So we're going to get that set up probably tomorrow or Monday. So when I do stream these games, I'll have the ticker. No cams tonight. Nitro and Prod elected to just kind of keep it simple, let the gameplay speak for itself. So we'll see what we have here. Bowden, 3rd down, man coming underneath. He throws it there. It's not, and he's called. He's at the 45, 50, brought down at the 50-yard line on 3rd and 5. Keeping it simple. Noah Bowden, I believe, the pocket passer, finds his man Knighton on just a simple in route. Caught it at the 1st down marker and then exploded for another 20 yards afterwards. So 1st and 10 from the 50. Abilene Christian did take a loss in week 0, looking to get their first win of the season. So Southern looking to get their first win in their first game. Obviously, no one wants to start the season 0-2. The way this league is set up, again, we got 16 users, 16 coaches. You're in 4. We're spread out against 4 conferences, 4 users in each conference. Everyone's playing, I think, 2, if not 3, user games at a conference, as Knighton's going to get his second reception of the day. Going to pick up about 15 yards there on the RPO, just a simple little bubble screen, and that will get Prodigy set up inside field goal range now with about 6 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Bowden going to fake the handoff under pressure again, throws this time to Whitfield. He's going to pick up the first down, picks up 11 yards, and that is Southern's 4th first down on the drive. Southern electing to just kind of keep it simple and take what the defense gives them. After they did escape a potential scary situation on the first play of the game with a fumble. Looks like they're going to go to 21 personnel, a 2 tight end set. Abilene Christian rocking, I believe this is a 3-3-5 standard defense. 2 high safety look. Dillon's going to get the handoff. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage, credited with a yard. So Kobe Dillon with his 3rd attempt, averaging about 3 yards per carry, which is all you can pretty much ask for out of your run game. Yeah, Monarch, I apologize. My PC, my Parsec wasn't online. Caleb couldn't get it set up, so I'll take full responsibility for that. It will be here before I stream any Week 2 games. Throwing underneath tonight, and again, looking like Bowden has a favorite target. And Noah Bowden, 4 for 5, 54 yards. And as we approach the halfway point of the first quarter, we have basically 1st and goal for Southern. They can pick up a first down, but chances of them doing so without scoring is very, very slim. It's going to be a handoff inside. Dillon meets 2 defenders at once. I think that was the corner and the safety. He's going to be brought down at the 3-yard line, so 2nd and 3 for Southern's the Jaguars. Am I right? I get that right? And looking like we're going Wildcat. Dillon in the backfield behind the center. We're going to motion to the right. Going to be a QB counter, and he's going to be brought down at the 1-yard line. Thought for a second he may have fit his way in there, but the safety there actually made a good play, made him cut inside into the linebacker. And now we got I formation, 32 personnel, 3 tight, 2 running backs. And the D tackle, Lawson, with a huge shed and stop there to force 4th and inches for Southern. Of course he's going to go for this. Now again, like I said, he can technically pick up a first down without scoring a touchdown. Likelihood's very, very slim, but it is possible. Good stop. Daltrey, toss. Dillon going to walk in for the Jaguars' first touchdown of the season. And Southern University going to take a 7-0 lead here with 2:41 to play in the first. All right, now Coach Nitro, like I said, last year was the coach at Ferris State. Never eclipsed the playoffs, I don't think. I don't think he ever competed for a national championship, but he did give plenty of coaches a run for their money. Hopefully, Coach Nitro, obviously his goal this year is, I'd assume, to just make the playoffs at some point. He's going to hand the ball off on his first play of the season, going to be dropped for a loss of 4 yards. Derek Williams credited with the TFL there. McIver going to be the quarterback now. He's got a clean pocket, throws, and it's intercepted by LaFleur. The dig route was jumped by the middle linebacker, never really open. I think they may have kind of got caught up with each other, but it was still a very obviously covered route And Nitro is going to throw an interception on his first possession of the season. Bowden back to pass. Has a man. Dillon out of the backfield. He's going to walk in for another score. Kobe Dillon has his second touchdown of the night as Southern takes a 14-0 lead 39 seconds after scoring the opening touchdown of the game. On first down, we're going to have a pass from McIver to Cleveland. Just going to get a simple 3 yards there. Just realized Illinois State was still in the helmet video instead of Wagner. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Caleb hasn't had a chance to redo it, and I'm not going to pressure him into doing so. But if you want to, or be my guest. I don't even think we had that much, to be honest with you, Martin. McIver, play action, has a man under pressure. I'm curious to see what that's going to be. If I was a betting man, I would bet on holding, and it's actually illegal man downfield, so that's why I do not bet. Don't gamble, kids, or at least gamble responsibly. Try to bootleg play action there. I think it may have been essentially a waggle look. Coming 5 wide now. 4 wide receivers and the running back. Has a man, doesn't seem, but he throws underneath to his second man, Johnson. That is the, I can't remember, is that starting running back? I did a depth chart in front of me. That was a good play call. He actually had 3 guys open if you can count the fifth read there, who ended up getting the ball. Now we got double tight. Single back. It's Hanks Jr. up the middle. Brought down just short. I'd respect him if he went for it. Rovon Banks Jr. What a name. Yeah, go for this, Nitro. I respect it. I'm a personal believer that if you can't get a few inches when needed, you're never going to win a football game anyway. Handoff up the middle, and what a play by Prodigy, using the safety. Yeah, definitely don't gamble your rent money, that's for sure. That was a beautiful play there by Elijah West, the free safety, shooting the A-gap. Fullback saw it, just couldn't quite get there. I think ultimately the fullback had to choose between the man off the edge and the safety in the A-gap. Didn't matter who he chose, it was going to be stopped regardless. Pride taking over, 34-yard line, 5 wide. Has a man underneath. It's Naughton again. Definitely his favorite target so far tonight. And Prodigy looking to make this a 3-score game early in the second quarter. Sticking with the 5 wide bunch formation. Bowden back to pass. It's spot and go concept, not going to work. Took too long to develop. Chris Harpin with his first sack of the day. I think I'm definitely misspoke earlier. Said that was Abilene Christian's first drive of the game with he threw the interception. The first drive of the season. It was not. I completely keep forgetting they played a game last week. Going right back to Dillon over the middle. Third and 10 from the 19. Definitely in field goal range. I'm wondering how he tries to play this. He's going to play it pretty standard. It's basically a double mesh pattern out of the backfield, and Dillon would have had his 3rd touchdown of the game. Could not stay in bounds. And Southern's going to have to elect to go for the field goal. and they will tack on 3 and take a 17-0 lead. Coming back with this, it's actually 11 personnel. Short motion here, fake the jet sweep, handoff to Banks Jr. up the middle. He's breaking tackles, and he's going to be brought down after 8 yards. A good little run play there by Abilene Christian. Now 2nd and 2, I formation. It's going to be a quick pass, a throw to Lebecki. I couldn't quite see the name on that. Lebchi, Chad Lebchi. Okay, interesting name. And now another inches situation. Actually, well, he was working back towards the ball. I was going to say he's kind of surprised they didn't award him the first down there. This is definitely a light box to run against. You got 5-on-5, but here comes the user. Wow, what a play there by the outside backer who had walked down. Now you got 4th and inches again. Prodigy is basically single-handedly with his user had stops on back-to-back possessions in inches to go situations. So 5:49 to play in the second quarter. Prodigy with a 17-0 lead. Formation, Bowden back to pass after the play action, has a corner route wide open. It's Minor Jr. He's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. And Noah Bowden, 9 for 10, 138 yards with 1 passing touchdown so far. Probably Nitro shifting his O-line. Prodigy's going to run the other way, away from the shift. He's going to pick up 4 yards on the toss. Toss Fusilier with his first carry of the day, picking up 4 yards there on first down. So 2nd and 6 coming up. Sticking with 10 personnel. We got, I don't know if that was a screen or if that was just like a double in. Regardless, Jameer Dudley read it from the jump. Now Prodigy with 3rd and 7. Ball's up. Ball is incomplete. And Kenny Pham is going to come back on 4th and 7 for his 2nd field goal attempt of the day. Trying to make this a 20-0 lead. Nitro offensively able to pick up a couple yards, just not really able to gain that first down quite yet to keep drives alive. Stopped on 4th and inches, his 2nd possession, and then 3rd and inches on the following. What can he do here? He does get the ball to start the second half, so if he can score here and then score to start the third quarter, win the middle 8, and you're looking at being down by 6 halfway through the third quarter. Definitely a favorable position to be in if you can make it happen. But it all starts with getting a first down. McIver back to pass. Has a man throwing late to Myrick. Wow, kind of had 2 guys there. I wasn't exactly sure where he was going. Does pick up his first down of the game. Now 3:42 to play. McIver going to play action. Has man open under pressure. It's Cleveland. He picks up the first down. 20-yard gain there. Brought down at the plus 44-yard line. Now in plus territory and creeping up on field goal range. I know Nitro would love to get a touchdown here. He's gotten stops on 2 possessions in a row defensively. after giving up 2 quick scores in the first quarter. Now Rovon, Banks Jr. Going to pick up 3 yards on first down. They're Grambling over Southern. Okay. Too bad there's no Grambling in this dynasty. McIver going to throw the bubble out to Cleveland. He's got a couple blocks. He tries to make the safety miss, unable to do so, but picks up a first down. Curious to see if Nitro lets this go to the 2-minute warning or if he tries to get a play off before we hit 2 to play. 1st and 10 from the 28. Nitro has a man. It's Myrick. I think the run was open regardless, so definitely would have been a successful play. As we approach the 2-minute warning, Southern has been dominant in the first half so far. 20-0 lead. Again, Nitro does get the ball to start the second half, so easily can make this a 6-point game. We got bunched to the boundary. Wide open Cleveland. Cuts inside, taken down at the 2-yard line, 1st and goal for the Wildcats? Owls? I don't think Owls is right, based on what I'm looking at on my screen. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. What's ACU's mascot? I'm going with Wildcats. 1st and goal from the 2. 90 seconds to play. We're going to hand off. Johnson cuts up. Brought down, no gain. Wildcats. Okay, that's what I thought, Martin. But that behind that player card, it definitely said go Owls, and I know that's not right. Stick 5 wide from the 2-yard line. Zig route. Myrick caught. Touchdown, Abilene Christian. And the Wildcats are on the board. Now it comes down to, can you get another stop here before the half and potentially maybe even another touchdown? 8 plays, 74 yards, 3 minutes off the board. Abilene Christian trails by 13. Southern going to get the ball back with 1:09 to play. Bowden has been near perfect so far. Last time I saw, he was 9 for 10 passing the ball. Southern has 9 first downs, 154 total yards of offense. Could be more, but one possession started at, I believe, like the plus 35. Now, split backs in the backfield. And it's going to be thrown to Dillon, who catches it and breaks the tackle, cuts up field. He's in the plus territory, breaking tackles again, brought down at the 35-yard line. And just like that, on like a 50-yard gain, Southern is immediately in field goal range. And they're going to be sticking with the 20 personnel, 2 backs, split Bowden in the backfield. And it's going to be Morgan on the handoff. He's going to be brought down at the 28, and Southern will take a timeout with 38 seconds to play in the second. Bowden back to pass. Has a man open. Bucket. Oh, no. Receiver too slow or Bowden too strong. I'm not sure which. A should-be touchdown does fall incomplete. Took advantage of the bump and run corner. Safety couldn't quite get there in time. You're definitely risking some stuff running cover 1. Absolutely should have been a touchdown. Yeah, you're exactly right, Monarch. Cannot have that. And a great play there by the safety, where read it like a book. Him and Jameer Dudley combined for the tackle in the backfield to halt the Southern drive. Now, if I'm ACU, definitely taking the timeout. Wow, and Southern's going for it. Yeah, that's a very, very long field goal, and probably don't want to punt here. But can they get a stop? 4th and 9. He's got a man open. Where? with a huge play on third down, then forces the incompletion on fourth. A great ball there by Prodigy. Put it exactly where it needed to be. Receiver hit hard by the strong safety and unfortunately could not hang on to it. Now 17 seconds. What can ACU do? Got a man, back shoulder. Myrick drops it. A beautiful back shoulder ball on the seam route. Unfortunately, the receiver could not hang on. Put it where only his guy could get it. Let's see what he elects to do here on 2nd and 10. He's going to throw the comeback route. Beautiful ball to Taylor. Caught. Timeout ACU. Now, you need about 14 yards to be in comfortable field goal range. You've got one timeout. You've got 8 seconds. If you can do some kind of quick throw, get you to where you can make this a 10-point game, you feel a little bit better. Got to throw it now. And last time out, 38. That's going to be a very long field goal. I don't know if our field goal kickers can make it. We'll see what he elects to do here. Looks like he's going to go for it. Probably a smart decision. Nothing really to lose here. Worst case, you come away with a touchdown. Well, I guess worst case, it's a pick 6, but regardless, we're not going to think like that. We're going to give this game hope. McIver from the 45, throws deep, throws to the end zone. Ball is incomplete, tip, but goes out the back. And Southern will take a 20-7 lead going into halftime. Like I said, ACU does get the ball to start. They've definitely turned things around in the second quarter. We'll see how they elect to play here to start the second half. ACU sticking with the 11 personnel. Gets a block on the outside. The beautiful, beautiful juke route there by Marinez. Okay, I was thinking Martinez, but no, that is Marinez. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Now 1st and 10. Johnson going to get the handoff. He's going to pick up 1 yard. Second and 9 now. 12 personnel on the field. Banks Jr. gets the handoff, unable to do anything with it as Kelby Givens gets the TFL off the edge. McIver back to pass. No one open. Has a man underneath. Prodigy saw it, but he's too late. And Marinez is going to be brought down now 4th and 1. And I think he absolutely has to go for this. This could be a huge, huge drive and what determines the outcome of this game. RPO probably not going to be there. Yeah. This might be. Whoa, it was there. Receiver could not hang on, and Prodigy will take over. Now, one thing to note, based on league rules, is Nitro cannot go for it again unless it is in the 4th quarter. So we'll see how he likes to play this going forward. A reverse pass, touchdown! Brown wide open. What a play call by Prodigy to get the second half started offensively. The Travian Brown was open for miles. And Southern, just like that, now up 20 in the third quarter. So Abilene Christian going to get the ball with 5:53 to play in the third. RPO bubble is open. It's Marinez again. He's going to gain 5-6 yards there. And Abilene Christian, in my opinion, really hasn't played that bad. Southern's just got some very, very clutch defensive stops when they needed to. Now, quick screen to Johnson. Doesn't really give time for his blockers to set up, but is able to gain, pick up a first down. McIver has a man, going to take a shot, and that ball is going to be intercepted by West, who's going to return it across the 50, 45, spins inside, and is brought down from behind at the 42. Prodigy immediately, oh, Combs, get back on side there, buddy. And Bowden rolling out to his left, being tracked down from behind, but has too much speed. The pocket passer showing off the legs. Ten personnel again for Southern. Going to be a handoff to Dillon up the middle. He's going to get what he needs for the first down. Going to be a pitch to Dillon around the right side. Got beautiful blocking there. Going to pick up 9 yards. Now coming to be second and inches. Going back to the Wildcat now is Prodigy in motion. Going to be a half quarterback counter again, and it's stuffed out by Daltrey. Unfortunately, he couldn't bring Dillon down in the backfield, and it will be another first down for the Jaguars. .230 to play. Bowden sends Dillon in motion. Going to be a fake screen, then throws the screen. He did pump fake, right? Did I imagine that? I don't think so. Kobe Dillon with 78 receiving yards, 1 receiving touchdown, and 1 rushing touchdown on the day. Bowden going to hand off to Fusler this time. He's going to walk into the end zone, and Southern putting the nail in the coffin on this one. It is a 34-7 game in the third quarter. I think I just saw a late hit after the play, but no flags. So Abilene Christian going to look to make this game not seem as bad as it is. And again, I mean, obviously you go down 14 early quick. Then you get stopped on 4th and inches. Then 3rd and inches, you punt the ball away. There's been some highlights here if you're the ACU Wildcats. But Southern has been the star of the show tonight, keeping this thing basically out of reach since the first quarter. McIver, back to pass, has a man short. It's Cleveland. He picks up a block. He's down the left sideline. He's at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Mama, there goes that man. Cleveland with a long touchdown for the Wildcats. And they tack on their second touchdown of the day. Just like that, a quick strike. Southern will get the ball back with 1:18 to play in the third. So 1st and 10 from the Jaguars. Morgan is going to get the carry. And Southern really just kind of looking to bleed the clock on this one. This game is already wrapped up. I mean, you can see the yardage, 235 to 232. And then Southern with 56 rushing yards to 7. The defense for Southern has been the difference maker in this one. It's going to be a quick throw to Brown on the left side. He's going to pick up a first down, brought down at the 31-yard line. And Noah Bowden, 251, 2 touchdowns, 14 for 18 passing. And a pick. It's the Wildcats. Jackson read the comeback route like a book. And ACU not quite dead yet. They have a long way to go and need a ton to go in their direction. But if you remember, Montana State and Snow College last year, down 24 midway through the third quarter, came back, found a way to win. ACU down 20. And you're not going to win doing it like that, but it's still possible. Play action pass, McIver under pressure, brought down to end the third quarter. 3rd and 15 coming up to start the fourth. Oh, that would have been a beautiful toe tap catch. Unable to hang on. And now 4th and 15. As quick as they got the ball, are they going to be giving it right back to Southern? That was a good ball, good placement. Just unable to hang on to it. McIver didn't see. Oh, and Cleveland called it anyway. But he's brought down just short. McIver threw it straight at a Southern defender who, I guess, jumped it too early. And Cleveland makes the catch, but unable to pick up the first down now. It's 1st and 10, 5 wide. Southern now really looking to put the nail in the coffin. Finds Brown deep, and he will score. Time for the Wildcats to crank the buses, because this one is officially over. ACU seeing what they can do to tack on some extra points here. Wow. Hit as he throws. Ball is intercepted by Murray. Right place, right time. And Southern's going to get the ball right back. Already in field goal range. And let's see if they just try to bleed the clock down. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Chew the clock, run the ball, and our first injury of the game, Jerry Lawson, the defensive lineman, injured for ACU. Second and 9, 7:33 to play. Fusilier gonna get the handoff, and a great play there. Was that Daltrey that time? Not 100% sure. It was Devin Daltrey with a beautiful play. He's made a couple great plays there. Great reads on the run game. Third and 13 coming up for Southern. On the edge of field goal range. And he's going to throw it right to West. West headed the other way. 45-50. Brought down by Bowden at the 44-yard line. ACU 1st and 10. And whoa, my God, what a catch by Cleveland. Just absolutely mossed the dude and then walks in for the end zone. Someone clip it. Yeah, bound to happen. Exactly. Prodigy, living in the 10 personnel, going trips to the field now. Going to flip the formation. Going to be back to pass, throwing the route to Whitfield. He's going to be brought down out of bounds, hit hard, and Bowden, who was perfect for most of this game, has thrown 2 interceptions, I think both in the fourth quarter. Now 3rd and 3. Screen pass. Read. Great by the ACU defense. And I may be wrong. This game may not be over. McIver has a man. If that would have been caught, I would have been actually concerned for the state of these rosters. McIver back to pass, but going to be brought down. There's signs of life for the Wildcat team, but can they put enough together? Will the Southern defense hold strong? And is there just enough time? What a beautiful ball there by McIver to find Myrick. And ACU now in field goal range. Still down 3 scores. Halfback slip screen. Johnson out of the backfield. Cuts inside. Setting up his blocks perfectly. Then hit hard by the Southern corner. And at some point, you got to think ACU would start going hurry up offense. McIver has a man. Throws short boundary out route. Beautiful play call there. Beautiful execution. Slayer, game is never over. I don't know, man. You were only down like 11, I think. Not 21. You're correct, but little different situations. And good ball. Beautiful, beautiful ball there by Coach Nitro and McIver to put it on the money. Read the hot route perfect. And now we're always going to be blocked. Wow. That's game changing. Because now you have to get a 2-point conversion if you want to even tie. Why are we kicking deep? Interesting decision there, but you still got all 3 timeouts. It's a 2-score game. Bowden back to pass, has really nobody open. Has a man coming open late. It's not, and across the field, makes a man miss, and White is going to bring him down in plus territory, in field goal range at the 32-yard line. We got basically quads to the boundary of Trip Strong, however you want to look at it. Dawson just running people over. ACU has -8 rushing. I guess that's including sack yardage, so we're going to take that with a grain of salt. Bowden back to pass. Trying to get someone to come up and... Oh, I thought he was going to fumble. That is a pocket passer. ACU, if they can get a stop here, you do have the 2-minute warning that would serve as a timeout, so you can hold one in your pocket. But 5 wide, what does Prodigy elect to do here? Sticking with the 4 down linemen, trying to get a rush. Throws. He's got a dude on the corner. It's picked off by Dudley. ACU's going the other way. Can he pick 6 at 30, 35, 40? He's got to beat Bowden. He does not. Bowden. Wow. He had the spot route open for the first down and probably would have sealed the game. Instead, he takes a shot, throws an interception, and now ACU is already in Jaguar territory to start. You're going to get a timeout after this play, so you have some flexibility to what you want to do here. McIver, back to pass. Throw in, and it's intercepted by West, going right back the other way. 40, 35, 30, that will do it. Southern with a pick. See? Okay, wow. Whew. Got scared for a second. Thought he was going to fumble it. But Southern putting it on ice finally with 1:52 to play in the fourth. Nitro with some good stops on defense this game, but again, Southern, it's their defense that ultimately made this a 3-score contest to finish. Now, Nitro gonna just try to not necessarily stat pad. He's got a man open. He's got a man. It's Marinez. He's gonna be brought. No, he will score. And as quick as I even try to say something, Abilene Christian throwing deep and scoring again. This has turned into just a Wild West shootout here in the second half. Thomas Jr. going to grab the onside. Now Southern can just basically knee it out at this point. What a game between these two. Abilene Christian does fall to 0-2, but definitely made it very entertaining. And I kind of looked away for a second. I was expecting Southern to just kind of knee this thing out, but apparently they're still trying to score. And they're going to throw short. It's Whitfield. And while we still have some time, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're up to 1,007 last time I looked. So plenty of Legends action on the way. We got our Ascent Dynasty debuting on Monday or Tuesday. We've got some Apex Dynasty coming. Summit Dynasty, from my point of view, will be uploaded as well as soon as my next user game. Classic, all dynasties are in full swing. If you're looking to join one, please join the Discord. Link is in the description below. GG's to Prodigy and Nitro. Definitely a fun game. 33 fourth quarter points. Left this one very, very entertaining. Again, thank you guys for stopping by. Hit that subscribe button. Join the Discord, and we'll see you guys again Monday night from Montana State and UT Arlington.